young Americans are stepping hopefully out into the world this year, looking for their first jobs. The same number faced a similar problem last year. An equal number will face it next year. What chance have these boys and girls in a world already staked out? Now that the land frontier is closed,
good morning, son. Have a good sleep.
Will they find welcome or closed signs on the gateways of opportunity?
Blah, blah, blah. How can you stand it before breakfast?
Wait a minute, Bud.
What hope is there for youth in the world of tomorrow? The answers to these questions are vital to every man, woman, and child in the nation. They present grave problems to labor, commerce, agriculture, and industry. Their solution should be of primary concern to education and government for the quality of citizenship.
You're telling us.
The facts involved, however, are both difficult and complex.
Dad, I gotta do it. He's breaking my heart.
I should think you'd be interested in hearing about opportunities for young people.
What opportunities? Say, do you know the motto of the last graduating class?
Something lofty, no doubt.
Yeah. WPA, here we come. That's super lofty.
Well, I guess times change. I remember when I was your age,
Sure, I know. You were working for a hardware job, and you kept right on till you saved enough to open your own store.
Yes. And I don't see...
Because times changed, like you said. We got all the hardware stores we need. And all the grocery stores, all the doctors, all the lawyers, all the gas stations, all the everything.
But it don't stand to reason that a country with our record could all at once lack openings for young fellas.
No, you just try and get a job.
Maybe it is difficult, but it's worse to be a quitter. Now, you've got years of school ahead of you. Yet you let your friends talk you into believing you're licked already.
Well, they know what they're talking about.
Now, listen, son. I wasn't going to tell you this, but you're the reason we came here all the way from Indiana. You've heard all the talkers. Now I'm going to show you the doers. That's why I brought you and your mother to the fair.
Holy smoke, the fair! I forgot where we were. Hey, Grandma! A couple of guys are starving out here. How's the job coming?
Hold your horses, Bud. We'll be ready in a minute.
He sure do think a lot about his stomach.
You probably had a good appetite yourself at his age, Elvira.
Lord, Miss Harrison, if appetite was housed, I'd almost ought to holler right now.
How's the table, James? Is it set?
All set, Mother. Come on, everybody. Breakfast is ready. That's the best news I heard since I got here. Hi, Mom. Boy, am I hungry.
I don't know which I've been looking forward to the most, the fair or your cooking, Mother.
Don't pay any attention to him, Grandma. He says that to all the cooks.
Well, you can't make a cook mad by liking her cooking. That's a good thing for a young man to remember.
I'll say it is. That's how Dad got his corporation.
Hey, that's not a corporation. That's private ownership.
A man's entitled to a stomach at his age. Anyway, it's nice to have my family with me again. Even if it took a World's Fair to get you here.
Well, we thought you had your hands full with just one member of the family.
Nonsense. Barbara's been a lifesaver. Really, she has. I'd have been pretty lonely here without her.
How's she getting along with that art business she's studying?
I don't know, Tom. It's over my head. I gave up when she told me pictures on calendars weren't art.
I wonder what in the world's keeping her. Bud, your breakfast is ready. We're waiting for you.
Well, we may be waiting, but I don't think it's noticeable.
Morning, Dad.
Good morning, Bad.
Morning, Mother. Morning. Morning, Grandma.
Morning, dear.
And that for a fresh little brother. That's a fine way to treat a guy that's come all the way from Indiana to see you.
The fair, of course, had nothing to do with it.
My, I never realized what a good-looking daughter I have.
Hmm?
Oh, pardon me, we have.
Grandma, do you have to run an all-night lunchroom for our boyfriends like Mom did?
No. There's only one. And I don't see him very often.
Why, of course. Jim Treadway from back home. He's working at the fair.
You couldn't do better, Bad. Jim's a fine boy. Chip off the old block. He's going places.
Not with me, he isn't.
What are you trying to do, get rid of me?
Oh, Jim's a nice fellow, of course, only I'm not in love with him.
But, Dad, I thought you had, some sort of understanding.
That was in high school. I was young then. I'm grown up now, and I have better judgment.
When do we get a peep at your better judgment, kid?
Well, I didn't know you were going with anybody else, Dad. Is it somebody we know?
Now, Jane, there's plenty of time. We just got here last night, and you want to know everything before she even gets a chance to say hello.
There's nothing to get excited about. I'm not in love. At least I don't think I am.
Oh, I was afraid something like this would happen.
Oh, stop flying off the handle. I know all about it.
Who is he, Bad?
He's Nicholas Makaroff, my art teacher.
Oh, so you turned out to be a teacher's pet. I suppose you take him an apple.
That will do from you, young man.
Nick's been in America since he was a little boy. But he knows the world like we know Main Street. He's a genius. You'll like him.
Oh, sure we will. Anybody you like is okay with us.
Oh, I've got to be running along. I'm late. Where'll I meet you for lunch?
Well, I thought it'd be kind of nice if we looked up Jim Treadway first. His folks said he's working at the Westinghouse Building. Supposing we all meet there.
Dad, why don't you bring Mr. Your friend, along? We'd love to meet him.
Sure, fetch him along, Bad.
Well, all right, if he can get away. He's awfully busy right now, but I'll ask him. Goodbye.
Goodbye,
Bye-bye.
dear.
Yes, sir. It's just what this family needs. An artist. Now maybe we can get the house painted for nothing.
Go through the microvivarium to the playground of science.
Hiya, Jim, how's the boy?
Hello, Bud. The same old Bud. That's a new one, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it a beaut?
Hello, Jim.
Hello, Mrs. Harrison. How are you, Mrs. Middleton?
Oh, Jim, it's so good to see you. You're looking fine.
It's good to see you again. Hello, Mr. Middleton. How are you?
Put her there, Jim. You're certainly a sight for sore eyes.
It's sure grand to see somebody from the old hometown. When'd you get in?
Just last night. Your father and mother saw us off. They said if we didn't look you up the first thing, they'd never speak to us again.
Hey, Jim, just what do you do around here? Are you a boss or something?
Well, not exactly, Bud. I'm sort of backstop for the guys. When they can't answer a question, I take a crack at it. If I don't know it, I look it up, which is often.
Gee, I didn't know you were that smart.
I'm not, Bud. But you see, before the fair opened, we took a special course of instruction to prepare us for the questions the company thought might be asked.
Well, do they stick you very often?
And how? Why, just this morning, a lady asked me how long it'd take to read the microfile in the time capsule.
We've been reading a lot about the time capsule. Could we take a look at it?
Well, sure. We can get to it this way.
Oh. Time capsule of Cupelon, deposited on the site of the New York World's Fair on September 23rd, 1938, by the Westinghouse Electric and Manufacturing Company. If anyone should come upon this capsule before the year AD 6939, let him not wantonly disturb it, for to do so would be to deprive the people of that era of the legacy here left them. Sure,
that'll reveal a lot about us to future scientists.
They sure will. They'll think we're nuts.
Are these little reels the microfiles?
Yes. It's hard to believe, but only small reels of film will reproduce all these books, papers, and magazines. It's a record of 10 million words and 1,000 pictures.
Well, how will they read them?
A small microscope is included. But there are also instructions how to make a large reading machine. Also, how to make a motion picture projector for the 3 special newsreels.
I suppose smart. Things like that are in it, too.
Everything from samples of fabrics to a dozen different kinds of pen and CD.
Well, better nickel, I know something that isn't in it. Mickey Mouse.
You'd lose, Bud. Mickey Mouse, Dick Tracy, Barney Google, they're all there. Even cars and money. Despite electric contents alone, takes up 17 pages with fine print.
Boy, they weren't fooling when they made that capsule, were they?
It's the brains of the world done up in a small package. And it's the most permanent exhibit at the fair. It'll still be here when the rest of this place is nothing but dust.
That's remarkable. Have you got time to show some of the other sights, Jim?
Well, they can hear us.
You men go along. Jane wants to write some postcards home. We'll look around and meet you later.
Well, that's the writing room over there, the glass enclosed room. Thought you'd like to enter our letter writing contest.
Letter writing contest? What's that, Jim?
Well, both the folks who write and receive the best letters home from the fair each week are awarded cash prizes. The winners are announced every Sunday evening during our Letters Home radio program.
See if you can get me the dope on that contest while you're over there. I might just as well have some of that cactus the next time. Enjoy yourself, aren't you, Bob? Well, they can't shoot you for trying. Let's watch the shop of old Rex the Dirty Shoe. Remember him, Jim? 6 deluxe portraits for a buck.
You better take another look. We never had a camera like that. That's a television camera.
Holy smoke, does it work?
Of course. You go down there, Mr. Middleton. You can see and hear Bud and a whole row of television receivers.
You better be good.
Well, Bud, this is Frank Wells. Frank, this is Bud Middleton, the old hometown.
Hiya, Bud.
Hiya.
Now, just act and talk natural.
Oh, is it going?
It's on.
Hiya, folks. This is Clark Cable Middleton speaking. As you can see if you've got your television sets turned on.
What state are you from, Bud?
Indiana, the greatest state in the world. And it's Grover Williams listening in. New York's okay, too.
Well, what do you think of the fair?
Well, as a guy I once studied about said, I came, I saw, and I'm almost conquered. How am I doing, Dad?
We call this the playground of science. But it really covers a lot of our normal research activities. Most of the exhibits are made for the visitors and operators.
What's it do?
The bimetal digital reading shows us the controlled power from our electric iron, refrigerators, and other home devices. To save you money by shutting off the current as soon as the light temperature is reached.
Well, that's a new one on me.
They use but a million. Only they're hidden in the appliance so you can't see them.
Oh, what's that?
Well, that's the Phantocycle.
Hey, Jim, don't you ever feel bad about passing up that chance to play pro football?
Once in a while, I get the urge to plow into a line. Outside of that, there's more kick to this one.
Oh, you don't have to be kidding, no friend of the family.
I guess it must be pretty interesting.
What gets under your skin about research is the attitude of the men in the lab. They work on the principle that nothing is impossible.
You hear that, Bud?
Well, sure, but I don't believe it.
Open your eyes, Bud. The proof's all around you. Why, the whole fair is a product of research.
One can't help marveling at all the new things they're inventing every day.
The company can't stand still under the American system of private enterprise. It has 2 ways to go, back or forward. If it can make better products than the other fellow, it moves ahead. If it can't, the other fellow gets the business. But in either case, the public benefits.
You mean in better good?
Yes. That's where fellows like me come in. In our research labs, we have 4 main jobs. We must constantly improve our existing products. So more people will be enabled to buy them. We must try to lower their costs by cutting waste of effort and materials. Then we must anticipate the demand for new products before people realize they need them.
Well, that's only 3 jobs, Jim. I kept count.
The last is industrial prospecting. Right? Well, prospecting for oil and gold. Sometimes we hit gushers. Then 100 new industries spring up and thousands of new jobs appear. And another boost is given to our standard of living.
Just remember that, Bud.
Well, here's something else that might interest you, Bud. Here's the oscilloscope. Talk or blow or whatever you did before into the mic, and you see your voice projected on the screen.
Tell me, Tim, do you honestly believe that industry can make enough jobs in the future to take care of the young people as they're coming along?
I think the problem's going to be the other way around. Industry will make so many jobs, there won't be enough people to fill them. So you don't believe me, do you?
You sound like you're in cahoots with Dad. Come on,
You're liable to hear anything these days. You're willing to sit back and let a lot of self-appointed leaders do your thinking for you.
Yeah, well, they believe we're on the skit.
Yes, and the men who built this fair believe the opposite. And what's more, they back up their belief with $200 million worth of tax.
Maybe the other side would too if they weren't busted.
And they're afraid of it. So they know that prosperity and pessimism don't travel together. But they're like you, Bud. They don't like tax.
Oh, I don't mind them, Jim.
Good. Then I'll introduce you to a few. Come along.
Isn't it wonderful?
Beautiful.
I guess we're a little early. What do you want to do?
Anything but inspect this temple of capitalism.
Oh, no.
Listen. Their eyes popping out of their heads, drooling over the very things that are taking away their jobs.
Come on, Miss, don't get all excited. My family thinks that America's a pretty swell place, and I don't want you to disillusion me.
I know. I'm here to be exhibited. Mute but beautiful.
Don't say that, please. I want them to like you, to know you as I do.
Did you tell them we're in love? That I want to marry you? That I've asked you 100 times?
Of course I haven't, Nick. It isn't like telling them that I've got a new hat. I have to do it gradually, the right time and the right place.
But why all this strategy? You don't have to maneuver like a battery of tanks. You're not at war with your parents. This is between you and me.
It isn't as simple as all that, Nick.
Listen to me, Bad. There's one thing in our lives that doesn't concern other people if I marry. You can slip away after lunch. By dinner time, you can be Miss Makaroff.
Not so fast, Nick. Give me a chance to find out whether I really love you or not. Then if I do, all right. I want my family's blessings beforehand, not when they can't help themselves.
Afraid of being cut off with a proverbial shilling, darling?
No. Money doesn't count where love is concerned.
No, of course not.
People believe in finding out things for themselves. These boys and girls are all references of science and learning. Sponsored by the American Institute of City in New York. Encouraged the scientific knowledge of learning. Movement spreading over the whole country.
Now, this is the kind of thing that appeals to me.
Would you think kids maybe in a wheelchair, Jim?
With constant rotation. Each group stays there only a short time. Altogether, about 1,000 of them get a chance to use the mask.
You know, Jim, children seem to think that I'm an old fool. But I just can't help believing that our welfare is rooted in character, not in fantasy. To me, systems don't seem to grow half so much as the right kind of men and women, like these kids are going to be.
You can get my vote on that anything. No system can make us a bad citizen.
No, sir. Well, I think I'll go find Mother and Dave. I'll see you at lunch.
I'd like to show Bud a few more things. He's a pretty hard fellow to convince.
Yeah, but I think he's weak.
Come on, Dad.
By the way, Bud, how's that?
Okay.
Going to be here today?
I heard some about Mr. Hunt. Me and Evans tell about that.
Water pressure on prolific rate all over, Mr. Fudge. Have upgraded as much up now. She's flashing too hard, it's getting all over me. That's a little dangerous attempting of a blow-by-blow account of what's going on off very fast. Too late. There's the last drop of water, folks. The contest is over in exactly 7 minutes and 58 seconds. In that time, Mr. Snody has won 50 dishes and 40 pieces of silverware. As it's all over, Mrs. Judge. You may as well rest now. As I said before, ladies and gentlemen, this contest is going to be fought on 3 counts. First, the time it takes to do the dishes. Unquestionably, Mrs. Modern wins on that score. Second, the cleanliness of the dishes. They are clean, they are dry, and sparkling. They do honor to any woman's table, so Mrs. Modern wins point number 2. Her dishes are certainly clean. And now, point number 3, the condition of the contestant. Mrs. Modern looks as fresh and neat as when she stepped in the ring. Now, Mrs. Judge, well, I'll have to leave that to you. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the winner, Mrs. Modern.
Hi, I got that announcement there. You hear me, Mother? 15 years, the woman walking, side, back, pilot, 9 times class in the Empire State Building. Nothing impressed me the conference like seeing Mrs. Modern read a paper about basic. Here's what's done, Mrs. Modern. Hi, Bob, shake hands with an old doll, sir. Why, Jim.
Bad.
How are you? Nice to see you.
You're looking well, as usual.
So this is Mr. Makaroff, my office. Makes it a good Treadway. One of the hometown girls.
I'm glad to know you, Mr. Makaroff.
How are you?
And this is my little brother, Tom. Hi, Mr. Makaroff.
Hello.
Well, say, Bab, we're on our way to the Hall of Fame. Why don't you tag along and learn something? Well, there's plenty of time before we meet the folks. I don't know, it might be fun. What do you think, Miss?
All right, but don't expect me to be amused. There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Oh, and look at that machine they driven. 7 at a time. Ain't it on?
You'd be nearer right if you called it a Frankenstein's monster.
No, that's in the movie. Why do you call it that?
Machines like this destroy jobs. Think of the number of people who'd be working if we didn't have these power looms.
Yes. I guess every woman in America would be weaving. Every home would be a sweatshop producing clothes and fabric. Like they were before we had cars.
I don't think I'd like that very much.
I don't think you'd like home from clothes either. Grandma told me they didn't have much style, but they cost so much in hard labor you wore them till they fell apart.
That's what the Cossacks do in Russia. Every couple of years they seal up their guns like chicken scratch.
It might interest you to know that only the peasants do that.
Not here, they don't. We ain't got any guns. You didn't answer any questions. I mean about looms like this. You can keep it out of work.
The fellow with a red beard asked me the same thing the other day. He waited while I looked it up. There were 4 textile mills in America in 1800. They employed a few hundred workers and used water pumps. Today, with electric and other power, around 1 million persons are employed in the textile industry. So it's so cheap, no one has to make a rope. That, I think, answers your question.
What's over here, Jim? What is it, Jim? Look at that thing going on.
The manipulator table. Here's the steel gleaming there. You can control the billet with these switches.
Watch out, it's going off.
Oh. Photoelectric equipment keeps them on the table.
I suppose you're going to tell us machines like this benefit labor.
And how? Not many years ago, steel making was a dangerous occupation. Now, the safest place a steel man can be is in the mill. It's safer than his home.
That's right, capitalism is up again.
Oh, you're kidding me.
I'm stating the fact. I know one steel plant that employs 10,000 men. 15 of them lost their lives at home and other places. Not one was lost in the field.
That's hard to believe.
There's the answer right there. Electrical control. Instead of swinging a sledgehammer all day and risking his neck, the steel man sits where Bud is and does his work with a master switcher.
Well, if one man can do all that with a machine, then I'd give him it. You can't help but let him job.
Here's why they don't work. It's very simple. machine production makes better, cheaper products. So, more people want and can buy them. That in turn creates demand for more labor.
That's just one of those so-called economic laws that doesn't work in practice.
Work in steel, printing, textiles, and automobiles, and they're the most mechanized industries in the country.
Yes.
Let's go see what's over here.
Open the bed lamp pedal here, and keep it down always with the right. Step on the right pedal, you start the steering. You brake, you're down.
Does your company make any really large equipment, Mr. Treadway?
Yes, they do. Some so big it has to be shipped piece by piece. For example, an electric furnace we made for a large water company is 330 feet long.
I thought so. Those are the kind of machines that displace men.
Mass market industries don't modernize today's jobs, Mr. Makaroff. Their aim is to increase production. That's how employment is created. The only way.
General statements don't mean much to me, Mr. Treadway.
The right types. I know in 1 year these people spent $9 million for what you call labor-saving machinery. The same year, they increased their payroll by 40,000 men and $88 million.
Funny how a guy with X can break up an argument.
I suppose you think that's funny.
Oh, so you can't take it, huh? Better look up the food. Look, you nearly can't come up.
Yes, I guess you're right. They'll probably be looking for me. Come on.
Okay. Here, please be careful doing that. Dad looks on things the same way you do. That's to be serious.
But I am serious.
I know. Promise me you won't stop on.
All right, if you say so. I won't enjoy myself.
I will expect you to visit for us, Makaroff. And please come early. Then we can have a chance for a nice long talk.
Thank you very much. I'll be glad to come. Sorry I have to break away now, but I must get back to school. Au revoir.
Goodbye.
I enjoyed meeting you all. Sorry, but I must go. Au revoir.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, boy, was that a meal. I could go for chow like that all the time.
You too, and you'll wind up in a sideshow.
Well, did I behave all right?
Stop. Only don't misinterpret Dad to see you as far north. He thought you were talking about relatives of Groucho and Harper.
I don't believe I know them. I'll see you in class, Dad. See you in the future.
Now, I won't take no for an answer. You're coming to dinner, too, and like it.
Hey, Jim, how about you and Dad to Hall of Science? He'll go for that.
I'll be glad to, Bud.
Fine.
How about you, Mrs. Harvey? Would you care to join us?
No, thanks. I want to show Jane and Barbara some of the things in the hall of Elektro.
Say, Elektro, the motor man, will be doing a stick at 2 o'clock. Let's meet there.
All right. Come on, Jane. Barbara.
Well,
Yes. That's what I call smart. Making time the thing of the home exhibit.
I don't get it. What's smart about it?
Well, if there was one thing a woman in my day never had enough of, it was time. It was the housework. Some had two, if they had a bossy husband.
Don't tell me you're against husbands, Grandma.
No, indeed. Only against slavery. Domestic or otherwise. That's why I like electrical engineers. They find our emancipation population. Beautiful kitchen. Really lovely. It's a paradise. No one who hasn't cooked over a wood stove by the light of a kerosene lamp can really appreciate what it all means. The steps, you could say. The good old days, eh, Grandma? Yes, and anybody who wants them can have my share. This is the new electric dishwasher. That's sweet. Bud and Dad would sure go for it. They're the officials this time. Mom's going to get me a dishwasher like that an anti-capitalistic is, so there's no harm in showing them how you'd like to do it.
Oh, that's old-fashioned. There are more important things today than homemade.
Maybe, but I don't know what they are. I always figured raising my family and keeping your grandfather well-fed and happy was pretty important. So did he.
But Nick's different. He wouldn't care if you fed him sawdust. He just isn't interested in such things.
Well, it might be good enough for a fellow who doesn't care.
But he doesn't care, really. He's an idealist. You should hear him in class. He talks more about Aristotle than he does art.
Don't you know Aristotle got time to be a philosopher?
No, I don't believe he did.
Well, he talked the richest woman in all of Greece into marrying him.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, with a great deal of pride and pleasure, I present to you Elektro, the Westinghouse photoman. Elektro, come here. And here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, walking up to greet you under his own power. Stop. You see, all I need to do is to speak into this phone, and Elektro does exactly what I tell him to do. Sometimes. But I don't see why I'm telling Elektro's story when he's perfectly able to tell his own. So let's listen and see what Elektro has to say to us today. All right, Elektro? Will you tell your story, please?
Who? Me?
Yes, you.
Okay, good. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be very glad to tell my story. I am a smart fellow, as I have a very fine brain of 48 electrical relays. It works just like a telephone switchboard. If I get a wrong number, I can always blame the operator. And by the way, I see a lot of good numbers out in our audience today.
Elektro, behave yourself.
Quiet, please. I'm doing the talking.
That's the most remarkable thing I've ever seen.
Boy, what a guy that guy make on my football team.
Now, Elektro, a moment ago you were bragging about being able to count on your fingers. Do you remember that? Well, we're going to find out about that. Now, do you remember how many children were born at the same time to a certain family up in Canada? Do you remember that? All right, let's see if you do. Count them on your right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5? Well, that's absolutely correct.
So cute. He wasn't so big. I'd take him for an engineer.
All right, now, Elektro, I know you enjoy these, and I'm really going to try to give you a nice pleasure out of these. So here you are. You got that? Hold on to it. You may now smoke. This cigarette. Go on. Oh, yes, Elektro, you do need a light, too, don't you? All right, here you are. And, folks, he's only 2 years old, too. Just learning.
How could he do all those things, Jim?
He's full of motors, gears, cams, and photoelectric cells. You could fill a book with all the electromechanical principles involved in the thing.
All he lacks is a heart and a brain.
Yes, me, I say he had nothing but brain.
Well, then all he lacks is a heart.
He's not the only one.
These little words for a dusty wind in California.
Give me some stuff. Have a heart, Grandma. How can I write a cartoon letter with you asking about windows?
Oh, I'm sorry, Bud. I won't do it again.
Oh, that's all right. I'll give you a list when I finish this. If I ever do. think those are enough?
Well, we make over 8,000 other products you could mention.
I don't like that guy either, Jim.
I didn't say I didn't like him.
You'd be surprised when a fellow like you finds out what people value.
Jim, come over and talk to me. How are you coming along?
Well, I thought I was doing all right until Dad. Well, spent some time in school.
You're just like your father. He wasn't very smart, I remember you saying he was. It wasn't until he fell off the roof and broke his leg that your mother found out that she loved him.
Do you think that would help?
I don't think that's fair. Most women you'll find take husbands who see the world pretty much the same way. Who think the same things about religion, law, politics, yet even hunger. They do it unconsciously. It's bred into them from childhood.
Yes. They can make mistakes, too.
And they can also correct them when you come to the time.
I have so much to do with love.
I don't understand what you mean exactly by abstract form.
That's the trouble with verbal language. It's too clumsy to express lucid color. But to me, abstract form is the essential substrate. In short, the fundamental rhythm underlying our conceptions of spatial limitation. Do I make myself clear?
Oh, perfectly. It's very clear now, thanks.
Hey, this weather's almost as good as Indiana's. Don't get up. What do you got there, Mr. Makaroff? Want to do a painting?
Yes, it's good, but I'm not a founder. A good piece of abstract painting is great.
Remarkable. Well, you got a lot of color. No doubt about that. What does it represent?
Represent? Why, it doesn't represent anything. Why should it? It is an independent entity. There's no reason to imitate something else.
No, I suppose not. It's just that I'm sort of used to looking at pictures of people, objects, you know.
Why?
Why? Well, it's, why?
If you want a house or a flower, you can go and look at it. Or if you want them represented, you can have them photographed. But why allow them to include a description?
I guess you're right. Well, if you young folks will excuse me, I think I'll take these flowers in and put them in some water. I think they need a drink.
Dad's idea of fine art is really a simplistic family.
Too bad. You ought to keep up with the times. I meant to show you this before. What do you think of it?
Oh, it's unique, all right. I don't think I've ever seen a ring like it.
It's really a collector's item. A rare specimen of barbaric jewelry. It's been in our family for about 300 years.
300 years.
Notice its color. Why, it's a study in polychromatic harmony.
It's beautiful. Really lovely. Oh, no, Nick, I couldn't take a ring like that one. That was too priceless.
Don't be silly. I want you to have it.
See, I couldn't think of it really.
Wear it for a while. There's no harm in that. As a favor. Now you're being particular with that.
Well, just for a week or so. After Nick.
Now that you're wearing it, I can tell you. This ring has been for over a dozen generations. The official beautiful token of our family.
Well, I think the others would like to see it. Mother, Dad.
Which you think to describe in a song or a sonnet, so dress yourself up in your
your best ribbon bonnet. The Westinghouse man has a welcome upon it for you when you come to this fair. Thank you. And now, fourth winner in our letter home contest, a very young man from Riverdale, Indiana. Dear old Indiana, large part of America. Mr. Bud Middleton. All right, this way, Bud, and congratulations. Now, your prize-winning letter in the Westinghouse contest made all the judges sit up and take notice. These are unusual judges, that's all they took. But let's see, you had all your family with you putting your letter, so you wrote that letter to a pal of yours back in Riverdale, didn't you?
Yeah, she'll be funky, but I won't know how much of a phony is until I get back home and find out if he's been dating my girlfriend.
Uh-oh. Maybe you made a mistake writing this stuff. Remember, he gets half of your money, you know.
Well, that's okay, but I'm certain to notice that's as far as our sharing goes.
Well, that's fair enough. But tell me, Bud, what are you going to do with your prize money?
Well, I think I'm going shopping for parts to make a shortwave video.
There you are, folks, the boy of tomorrow. But no fooling, Bud. Really, you wrote a mighty interesting letter. Describe how the fair would look without the electrical contributions of pioneers like Westinghouse. Imagine a fair without electricity. Folks? Hello, folks. But I'm going to spare the details that you went into your letter and suppose you just sum up what you did. You went to fellas like these Westinghouse engineers. What would this fair be like?
Well, I don't think there'd be any fair.
Well, that's fair enough, too, isn't it? Very much to the point. Thank you very much, Bud, for those kind words. But I believe our vice postmaster in charge of judging, our personal Leonard, has the verdict ready as to the grand prize, our double award for the best letter this week in the crop.
Yes, I have it here.
And who, may I ask, is the lucky winner?
The winner is Mr. Bud Middleton.
Very good.
Oh, boy, the jackpot. Electricity, here they come. Gee, Grandma, the more you see of New York, the bigger it gets.
It's the same as Main Street, back home. Only larger and busier.
Well, maybe we can get what I need here. I wonder if they've got any new gags. Spit an image or I'll eat your hat without salt.
We might be wrong. May I see the box of rings in the middle of the window?
Why, certainly. You can search the city, but you won't find a nicer piece of costume jewelry.
There's a chain, all right, Grandma.
That's a perfect copy of a ring in a Moscow museum.
Is it very expensive?
Well, I'll be very honest with you. It's worth more, but you can have that for $2. And at that price, I'm practically giving it away.
I'll have a half a dozen if you please. Why don't you let me fix these things, Miss Harvey? You know, big feet, that's my next to last husband. Big feet say I'm expanded to knock your eye out. That's why I'm doing them, Elvira. I have use for my eyes today. Ears is all you need. If that foreign gentleman's coming, he sure got a powerful tongue. Mr. Makaroff to be the guest of honor. Hello, Grandma. Hello, Elvira. Honey, you sure is dogger. My. You look lovely, dear. Anything I can do to help? Oh, I nearly forgot. You left your ring on my dresser. My ring? That means bad luck of some sort. Grandma, I've got my ring. Why, they're absolutely the same. Where did this other ring come from, I wonder?
I don't know.
Hello, everybody. Can I help? Oh, what's the matter with you, Bear? What do you think? No, I'm all right. Oh, I declare I think you'd lose your head if it wasn't glued on. Here, it's your ring. in your purse.
My face isn't used to this shave twice a day. Why I should look pretty is beyond me. You won't even know I'm around. Where's my tobacco? Oh, that. You left your ring in the bathroom. You know, that's no way to treat a valuable ring like this. You might lose it. Hey, how many of them have you got anyway?
Too many. Hi, everybody. Meeting commenced yet? I haven't had anything to eat in about 4 hours. Food is good, but the service is awful. Oh, say, kid, just how many rings did that guy Nick give you? Is he in the jewelry business? Well, I found 2 of them in my room. Holy smoke, he's got $1 million.
Good afternoon. Is this Barbara Ann?
Yes, sir, Mr. Michael. There's all here. Come right in, sir. Just lay your head on the table there, sir, and follow me. Mr. Michael.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Middleton. Hello, Bud. Mrs. Harrison. How are you, Mr. Middleton? Yeah. Haven't you lost something? Young ladies shouldn't leave their valuables lying around. I found this on the hall table.
I did study it in polychromatic harmony. Don't you think?
Why, the dirty cook told me there was only one of them.
Give her a chance.
Hey, let go of my arm. Get up. Hey. Now,
You gotta beat it, Mickey. The wild man, when he gets going, I can't hold him much longer.
Land sakes alive. Who all done busted what?
I think you scared him, Dad. He didn't even wait for a chow. You want to be ashamed of yourself, Tom Middleton. What do you mean by carrying a gun?
A gun? Why, I don't even own a gun. It is that practical, joking son of yours.
I'll have you know, Tom Middleton, he's just as much your son as mine.
Well, now that the guest of honor has departed, what are we going to do?
What are we going to do? The whole table full of dough in front of us, and you ask what are we going to do?
Oh, I mean afterward.
Well, I know what Mother and I are going to do. We're going to take our shoes off and listen to the radio. Can't you listen to it with them on?
We can sit around the house when we get old. Tonight, we're going to look for a silver lining. Just 46 years ago this month, I was doing the same thing, watching the lights of a World's Fair, the Columbian Exposition at Chicago. That was the first American fair lighted by electricity.
Yeah. And Jim's company furnished most of the lighting for it.
We've come a long way since then. Say, Jim, did you hear about the dame asking when the keepers feed the lagoon?
I can't help it, Doc. I've got to talk.
Please, not now. Just let me hold on to you. I wonder if the years ahead will be as bright as this.
We haven't seen anything yet, darling. Why, all this is merely a sample of the real world of